Hi, my name is Morgan Marshall, and I'm the Director of Parent Philanthropy here at Cal Poly. And I want to take a minute to introduce you to some amazing families that are here that have chosen to get involved and really impact the student experience and create meaning of their own Mustang journey while they're here.
I guess what I'd like to say to other parents considering giving, there's so many ways you can give.
I think there's a part of giving which is just a huge appreciation for the value our kids have got from being here. Also, part of it is that we both understand that the universities of California don't get that much funding from the state. Most people think like, oh yeah, it's a public school, they get all the money from taxes, and it's not true.
We had heard about Cal Poly scholars. Our last son finished at Cal Poly and we'd been paying tuition. Our thought was, we don't have to pay tuition anymore, but wouldn't it be nice to help somebody that needs that additional support?
I strongly value leadership that has a really practical understanding of the complex issues that we're facing. And I like that's Cal Poly's reputation, is that, it graduates, students who are very competent, confident, but with a strong dose of humility. They're not going out, to get those entry-level CEO positions, because that's really not what this is about.
Yeah. A friend of mine mentioned, why don't you think about having a small percentage of your trust go to the Center for Entrepreneurship when you pass? And his point, he told me, he goes, I'm giving 2.5%. My kids are going to get 97.5. That's plenty for them. And so I did that also. That was actually the easiest gift that I gave to Cal Poly, because it doesn't lower my standard of living, but it actually could be something that's very valuable longer term for Cal Poly.
There are thousands of individuals that continue to support Cal Poly, and each of us do it in our own way.
The thought was, if we can do that for one or two, that can continue to grow. Because as we support others and talk about it, then hopefully other parents will realize it's not a huge amount.
But it makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference for those students.
You have a sense of a larger, connecting to a larger mission or a larger impact. And I think that's the one thing that I am realizing. It's always nice. It's especially as we're getting older, to be able to connect with communities that have shared values. And I realize, this is one of these times, is that, we're giving money to this larger community that very much shares our same values.
Look for those opportunities to do what you can do, and don't measure yourself against what someone else's resources might be and say, I can't do that. Therefore, my gift to Cal Poly students and future Cal Poly students doesn't matter. Each and every one of our gifts touches a student or a group of students or the future for Cal Poly in a very meaningful way. And it takes all of us coming together to provide that overall support that Cal Poly and Cal Poly's future needs.
I'm a generous giver to Cal Poly because I know where the money's going to go. When you can direct your funds, it makes you just feel good that I'm able to give back in a way. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but the impact is huge.
It really is our privilege. It's our privilege to be able to support the platform that is inspiring and educating and enabling those future generations. We get to make a difference in our state through the universities, and that's just a fantastically great privilege.
For us, I think something that we want to be able to support is this university that's doing this very skillfully and just graduating a lot of students who are going to go out and actually be the change that we all want to see in the world.